My name is Abdul Shitu. I'm here with Miles Sauce Blog. We're here at the Ravenswood Event Center. We're basically going to go inside, check it out, see the space. Apparently this is like a little car show area, but I had never been here before. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited to see what we're about to, get ourselves into. Come follow me.
This building back in the old days, there used to be a billboard factory, and then the building was closed for 45 years. In 2005, we purchased a building and we began renovation. Renovation was complete in 2008.
Whoa, like this is in Ravenswood. This was here like the whole time, and I never knew that inside these double doors were these 15 or 20 cars. So it's just really cool to be like, I walked past this building so many times, I just never knew this space was here.
The cars are always here for display for any kind of event. We do weddings, we do fundraisers, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, meetings, whatever event comes up.
So many of these buildings were historically industrial, so they all kind of look nondescript from the outside. So then when you come in, there's it's like this transformation. It's just really cool.
Look at this beautiful view. We're now at the second spot, the Dock House German American Cultural Center. Probably gonna be learning about German American culture. You've been rocking with me. Let's go find out some new things.
This art is really recent. I just started doing it this summer in this fashion. And what I've been doing is taking gesso, which is a primer for canvas for painting with oil-based paints. And I've been adding a thickener to it. It's actually just cornstarch. And then making a thick, heavy-bodied medium. So I then take my own hands or other instruments like a palette knife, and I make the shapes like valleys and ridges inside the gesso. I let it dry overnight, 24, 48 hours. And then I'll take ultra bright white paint, sealing white, and do a layer of sealing white just to make sure it's really white before I get started. And then the next thing that I would do is take a 2-part epoxy resin, and I put that on the canvas to make it very slick. It's almost like glass then. And then I start painting with alcohol inks. So if you take a look, like the blue one up here in the corner, I put blue alcohol ink down. And then on top of that, brown and green and then gold. And then I finish it with a 2-part epoxy resin. So each one of them have multiple layers. The individual elements don't take me very long, but the process takes over a week to get all the layers because of the 24-hour drying time between each layer. I do a lot of stuff in all the different neighborhoods. This particular neighborhood, Lincoln Square, I've been working here with the Donk House and putting this together. I used to live in North Center. Right now I'm living in Rogers Park. I've lived in East Rogers Park, West Ridge. I have a small gallery in the Indo-Pak neighborhood on Devon Avenue. I work in Fulton Market 2 days a week, and I also work in the Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower, which is downtown. So I'm all over the city all the time. My husband has an office in Albany Park. So I'm always on the train, always on Red Line, Brown Line, Blue Line. My daughter goes to school in Humboldt Park at Shy Arts. So there's hardly a neighborhood that I don't get out to. Make it to Pilsen for dinner for some great Mexican food.
We're on the Scharfenberg Gallery, which is on the 4th floor of the Donk House. It's the American German Cultural Center in Chicago. We're part of Open House Chicago. And I met Laura, who's a fellow artist, and she and Monica curated this exhibit. I met her this spring, and she asked me to be a part of this, and I was thrilled. So this is Canary in a Coal Mine art. Usually I start with an emotion, and then my technique, I use my breath to paint, and I call it the Ruach technique. And I work on a flat surface where I've taken acrylic paint that's watered down, and then I apply all of the paint at once, and then literally lean over the table and use my breath to manipulate it. And I'm usually working, like I said, from that emotion and trying to portray that through my breath onto the canvas. I get ideas and emotions come up from interactions all the time. I especially like to take something, a story that somebody else has told me, and try to portray it in a piece of art. Something that I wouldn't necessarily know anything about, I could portray just from talking to people and gleaming that information and representing everyone. Chicago has become a huge part of my life. It started when my children were little, and I would bring them up on the train, because we can get on the train in South Bend and ride it on up, and I would take them to the museums, and then we started venturing out further into the different neighborhoods, and in every single place there's been somebody who's embraced us and said, hey, no, try that deli or try this place, and it's Chicago to me has been hugely welcoming, and I've never felt Chicago is the way it's been portrayed. I bring my kids here all the time.
All right, we're at the last location for the open house series. We're about to check out Pumping Station 1. I'm excited because it's like a factory and I'm gonna see some cool gadgets, and you guys are gonna follow me and see it with me. Let's go.
I've been working myself up to building my own guitars. I bought a bunch of guitars through online auction, like an Alvarez, and I took the finish off because there was a gouge in it, and people carved initials and do all things, and then I refinished them. Which has been preparing me to get to the point where I'm building my own guitars now. I've built several necks for guitars that had broken necks, and which is a lot of fun. I use some of the old parts from the neck, but then I do the shaping and everything like that, which has been just great for me because I love it. Everything about my life is music today.
Been a member within a year. I think I'm approaching my anniversary. I'm a graphic designer. I studied at Columbia College. So I came here with a particular project in mind, but I guess my background kind of opened my eyes and enabled me to float all around the space. To introduce myself to new equipment, new projects, new people. I come from the south side. I took the 71 to the red line, transferred to the blue line, took the 152. That's a hike.
Yeah.
But that shows my determination to get here. I know that there's a lot of resources here that really directly aren't available to me. So PS1, they're doing a great thing. I do kind of see the difference between one area to the next. There's a lot around here that benefits what we're trying to do. There's a Home Depot if we need materials. There's a Jewel if we need to eat. There's a lot of assets to being a member to PS1. A lot of that's within the vicinity, which is very beneficial. Not to mention the community. There's so many other people that do something else that is beside your work, your field of expertise. You speak with them and you could put something else together that may have not been conceived before. Right. And this is a numbered opportunity in here.
And that concludes our Open House Chicago series. We went to 2 neighborhoods, 3 different locations, and I learned so much. And it's crazy because I used to pass by these neighborhoods and these areas and I didn't even know that these things existed. So I encourage you guys to go out and just explore, and you might be surprised at what you find. My name is Abdul Shittu with My Sauce Blog. I'm gonna see you guys next time.